Hello, my name is Garth82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just making some yellow dye here to fill the spray cans, and I'm going to check out the spray cans to see how many uses they have. These do require, if we look at this, they do require 2300 red dye, and this recipe gets you, basically they need 16 ingots, I guess you would say, if you do 144 liters as an ingot, and these do 2 ingots, so you need 8 red dye, some salt, and yeah, so the dye, I use lapis or whatever you want to use, salt and sulfuric acid, and that's like 4 ingots worth of sulfuric acid, which is a bit annoying because that's like a weird number, so I'm always going to be off on my sulfuric acid now, so that's a bit annoying. But I just thought I'd point that out. Now, I haven't done much in between episodes here. I haven't really had a chance yet, but put that in there. I'm just getting some more sodium persulfate for circuits in case I want to get that going. Ooh, that's getting full. I'm gonna have to do something about that. But I did notice sulfuric acid, I'm kind of doing, I do it in a chemical reactor to turn it into diluted, and then the diluted turns it into sulfuric, and you lose each process. I think you lose a bit, but if you do it in a large chemical reactor, you can actually skip that. So you can just put the hydrogen sulfide with some oxygen, and that converts directly to sulfuric acid. So 1-to-1 ratio. So I have a feeling I am going to have about 30 of these large chemical reactors when all is said and done. I feel like I'm going to have like entire rooms of just large chemical reactors because I use so many of these trying to do these processes, and these just make it so much easier not having to deal with the empty cells. Now let's take a look here. So this has 512 uses as opposed to, I can't remember what the other ones had, like 20? I would have to turn on, let's turn on, if we turn on advanced tooltips, yeah, 32. And these have like 500 and something. So much better. And the spray cans are easy to make too. It's just an empty cell with some redstone. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. And obviously we have a bunch of chemical reactors kind of possible here. But I kind of want to, before I start getting into some crazy infrastructure here, I think, because I'm going to have to start hooking these up with pipes and all sorts of stuff, that maybe I should look into getting, expanding my AE system a bit before I get into anything crazy. So by that I mean crafting a controller. I don't know if I need to quite get into Autocrafting yet. I forget what the name of this is. ME controller. Like, this isn't bad. This is just two circuits. The molecular assembler needs, it does need a advanced assembly machine, but I can put a bunch of interfaces on this one, I think. Yeah, because this is rough. Yeah. So that is maybe something to work towards as well. What are like the interfaces and stuff? Are these difficult to make? They do require titanium, but other than that, everything else is pretty... not too difficult here. What about like imports? Is it import? Yeah, so import bus. All right, so these do require titanium and electric piston. That recipe is a bit annoying. Not pistons aren't too bad, but then there is the... all right, so these aren't bad. Export bus, I'm assuming, is probably the same, but maybe the core was different. It's probably annihilation and formation core. All right, and then fluid storage bus. Yeah, just the storage bus. So it looks like a lot of these are going to require pistons. All right, so that's good to know. A lot of steel, that's the main issue. Now, fluid storage, these require titanium. Okay, so that's something I gotta take into account here. Okay, so let me kind of do some thinking of how I want to do this. Because I would like to start automation sooner than later, because everything I'm doing is very manual. So yeah, let me come back when I kind of figure out what I want to do. All right, so I have been doing just some random crafting, getting my titanium going again, because I'm a bit short on titanium for what I want to get doing, or what I want to get done. I need some more carbon in there, but I'm not going to worry about that right this second. As I was looking at the controller, I was thinking the fluids blocks would just be for crystals compressed, but unfortunately it does need pure Fluix. And these are actually pretty easy. You don't have to do the growth chamber thing. You just put the Fluix seeds in a autoclave, and it's an LV recipe, so it's actually not too bad at all. And I believe there is a quest for that, so might as well do that. I can find it. Where the heck is applied energy sticks? Oh, I'm under it. Wow. All right, so here we go. So we need purified versions of Nether, Certus, and Fluix crystals, so it needs 16 of each. Now, do I even have sand? I don't even think I have sand. I have a bit of sand. So Nether, Certus, and Fluix. Do I have... I don't have enough Fluix, unfortunately. So there is that. And then the Fluix dust. How do we make the Fluix dust again? I've already forgotten. It wasn't even that long ago. Isn't it like mixing together? Yeah. Right, so you need charged Certus. I think no, I didn't use it all up. I wish you could mouse wheel. Fortunately, you can't. Does it have to be... oh, it needs to be a 4. That's a bit annoying. I may actually add another one to that. Because I use the 2 so much. It's almost everything else I use is a circuit of 2. So let's throw that in there. All right, so there's our Fluix dust. Easy peasy. There we go. And then you just combine these. Do you just combine these? No. Guess I could have looked up the recipe. An assembler. Let's do that. We'll do this over here. So it's much quicker. What if you can just do that? Yeah, looks like you can. I'm assuming once it uses up this, it'll just go to the next one. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, so that one worked. I can't remember which one. The mixer has a tendency to be a bit weird, I've noticed. And then these just get thrown in the autoclave, right? Yeah, and it looks like it's 100%. So there's no chance of that, thankfully. All right, so that should be that. Yep. Purifying the impure. And then I'm actually pretty glad that I set this up with the distilled water. I think that was a pretty good 12 seconds. Not too bad. So if we look at that, it looks like it's rounding. Yeah, there's... because it'll be 25 seconds, and then it'll be 12 seconds. So it actually rounds in your favor, I think. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then distilled water is just so much faster, and it uses more power. So that is going to take a little while. Now I got to be careful when I have multiple of these machines running, because like I said, I don't have a ton of... I'm not running this constantly. Just until I get like more of my chemical reactors kind of up and running, so I don't have to worry about running out. Because I've noticed a couple times I didn't realize I ran out, like this right here. This has stopped producing heavy fuel. And I'll notice when all of a sudden my batteries and everything is empty because I have stopped producing diesel. All right, luckily I realized that pretty quick, but yeah. Anyway. We'll take that. Oh, that kind of sucks, because I need to use these, but I want to complete this quest, especially because it is a required quest. All right, let me wait for all this to finish. So it's 12 seconds. Yeah, it's going to take a few minutes, but I want to get this quest completed. All right, we got all those. Now, as expected, there's quite a lot of quests after this. Charged surface quartz is way more difficult than quartzite. All right, so we got the annihilation formation cores. I didn't even realize that's... I mean, I get annihilation formation, but I didn't know. Used to accelerate the process. So why would I want these? Is there any... like, why would I want those when I have the autoclave? Do I actually need this for something? Like, why would... that makes no sense to me. Why I would need that, especially considering this needs an autoclave. When I just got all these... I don't know. That's something I'm not going to be doing. I do have an energy cell. Didn't I make one? Did I not make one? I thought I made one. Maybe I didn't. Well, that's something I need to look into, because when you start autocrafting, if you don't have enough power, it gets a little funky. Right, I needed circuits. That's probably why. Oh, and I couldn't do that. So that does make sense. But before we get into that, I would like to craft a ME controller, because I think I have everything now. I guess we'll do... I'm going to need a couple of these, so we'll do that. All right, so cables. What is the cable situation? I do have 9 covered cables, and then to turn these into smart cables, isn't that... We looked at this, and I don't remember what it was. Right, lapis and redstone. Wait, that's not... Yeah, that's smart cable. That's what I was thinking. Is that smart cable? I have no idea. Anyway, let's throw that in there. I guess we could throw all this in there. That should be everything except for the circuits. HV assembly. Where did I put them? I put them in there. All right, so there is the ME controller. So I probably do need this sooner than later. So I'm gonna have to craft up more circuits. A bit annoying. These circuits are definitely a kind of annoying, just because I go through so much plastic. I go through 3 each. And I need more SMD components, so I need to do that. There is the interceptor. I thought, yeah, they don't accept power, the energy cells. I didn't think they did, but this was kind of saying this is an alternate place to. Isn't that the only place to get power into your system? I do have an energy cell. Okay, I thought I did. It was hidden. So, yeah. Let's just go ahead and break this and get credit. I thought I wasn't being crazy. I always do the energy cell. But it's been a little while since I recorded my last episode. Alright, so there's that. I don't know. Fluix pearls aren't the end of the world, aren't they? They're just Fluix dust and... Okay, so they do take quite a bit. So might as well take that. I'm probably going to need it at some point. Dense energy cell we're not going to do yet. And there is that. So we got a couple things here. There's the crafting, so that's going to probably be all the crafting stuff. We got these annihilation cores, formation cores I got to do. And I don't know if I mentioned, I did turn this into a crafting terminal. Because the ME terminal is just, let's see, yeah, the crafting terminal is just this, and then a couple really easy stuff. So there's no point to not have it. All right. So we'll throw that in there. Throw that away. So where do I want the controller is a question. I may move this stuff over. I don't know, actually. Because I want to get the cables coming out, and what would be... I gotta really kind of figure out how I want my final kind of base to be set up is one of the questions. because with all the automation that will be coming up, this will get kind of crazy. Yeah, that is definitely something I need to look into. All right, so let me go ahead and craft up these because I'm gonna need these for, oh boy, that, I just noticed how many. 16, that's a stack of gold. These, I need 2 stacks of gold to get all this. All right, so I need to also think about maybe automating my gold production here. This is definitely starting to turn into a bit of an issue. Because I'm going through, I mean, these logic circuits go through so much gold. So I'm gonna have to get that figured out as well. I could always do a farmer, or even maybe like one corner. Have one corner set to glowstone so it collects it. I don't know. I will have to. No, that's not going to work because you need to turn these to seeds to replant them. The forestry farm would probably be better because doesn't that like right click the thing? I don't know. I would have to look into that. Anyway, let me kind of figure out what I want to do here. I got my controller, which is what I wanted, but I would kind of like to at least get some fluids, possibly. Maybe that's what I'll work towards right now. Maybe another ME drive and then some fluid cells. All right, after some kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I think I've decided to craft up the molecular assembler to get some autocrafting going. I think there's a lot of materials that go into it, as we can see. I need to make 28 circuits here. So yeah, it's there's a lot of materials for this because of the assembling. Yeah, let's do it this way. Yeah, so the advanced assembly machine requires just so many, it requires 4 EV circuits. So I think I just might as well bite the bullet and just start crafting this up and get the molecular assembler sooner than later. And also, hopefully, we'll complete this quest as well, because I need a bunch of these items for part of it. So I'm trying to remember. No, not that. The workstation. All right, small coil and random, that's right. So small coil and random, and then I think this is for the workstation. Yeah. All right, so we put that. Capacitors, and I feel like I'm missing something. Is it? Oh, that. There we go. So that'll be the assemblers. Anyway, I just wanted to show that, and yeah, I think I just want to get that going before we start kind of replacing everything, because I want to get this autocrafting as soon as I can, because a lot of these machines, now that we're getting into these later machines, like there's just so many different manual things, and it's taking quite a while just to craft this up. So anyway, let me go ahead and craft this up. And I will probably also do the annihilation cores, I think. I have a bunch of glowstone being the glowstone. I'm centrifuging all the glowstone to get gold because I need a whole ton of it. So yeah, we will come back in a bit. All right, I am back, and I realized as I was looking at this, you get 2 per recipe, so I was actually thinking I needed double, then I actually need. So I think it goes like that. Should be 16. And then the exact same recipe, but the Certus quartz rods. Get these. And put all those back. Yep, there we go. So I ended up bringing the miner down to the magnetite vein to get a whole bunch of gold. And I have a whole bunch of other stuff I need to process. But that's what's going on because I have so much gold that I need to craft these. But anyway, so there is that. Do I want charged Certus or pure? Not that this is even. I'm just going to take that because I can turn that into the other ones if I want. Alright, so here's all the autos. Here's the molecular assembler. Yep. And I'm also going to need these. So this is kind of split up. But I think the first thing we're going to do is the molecular assembler. So let's go ahead and throw this in there. And do I have everything for this now? I have those. I was like, I know I made that. Wow, I don't have any glass. This is just regular glass, right? I don't get the glass tier. Is there like, because I haven't even noticed like a lower tier. Maybe let me just look at that out really quick. Yeah, this is this problem. You get so many. So like that's HV. This is all like HV, so that's what kind of confuses me. Is that just the tier you get? Clear? Was it clear glass? HV. So yeah, I don't know what that tier thing is. I guess I should put the glass in my AE system. I should put a lot of this in there, but maybe not all of it. Just because I'm a little short on drive space, so I don't want to go too crazy here. But need some more titanium, and I think this is the molecular assembler, isn't it? Yeah, I just need 1 for the quest. And I'm definitely not going to have any more of these for a little while because this just takes so much, so many circuits. All right, so there is the molecular assembler. Do I get all, or is that it? No, that's a choice. So I'm crafting, I don't know. All right, so they need 1 crafting unit and 2 engineering processors. Doesn't... that's not the greatest, but it does need titanium. So that needs like 4 titanium. What are the blank patterns need? I haven't even looked at the blank patterns. Blank patterns, super easy to make. Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, we'll definitely take this. Glowstone, let's get some glowstone plates going. throw those in there. I do have some glowstone in here. Might as well throw all those in my A system. Alright, so what is the blank pattern? Is there a quest for it anywhere? Yes, so I need 16 blank patterns it wants me to get. And 4 interfaces. Now these require 12 titanium each. So that is a lot of titanium there. I'm probably not going to be able to do that. Nope. I am working on it here, but yeah, don't have it quite yet. Are we out? Yeah, we're out of titanium. All right, I want to try to get at least one thing here. I do have an EV. Oh, it's already a machine hull. I know this is a slower one. So this can use any Certus. Did I have quartz glass over here? Did I throw it in the thing? Fused quartz. What was the quartz class again? Right, Certus quartz. Does it have to be in a blast furnace? No, it can be in a alloy smelter. I don't know, let's do, I guess, 8. Now, luckily this only needs, you don't have to do the machine hull, so that's a little bit nicer for that. But, alright, so I got glowstone. I'll just have that cut down. I got that. Wait, what else do I need? Aluminum. Thankfully, aluminum is super easy to get now. Right. I guess I don't really need a pure one, do I? Gotta be careful with that. Alright, so we're gonna get just one blank pattern for now, and then what was this? This was the interface. I'm just gonna do one for now until I have time to get some more. So I need both cores. Can I just shift click it? Yeah. Alright, so we got a molecular assembler, an MEM interface, and a blank pattern. I don't have a pattern terminal, unfortunately. Yep, that is going to take me a second. All right, just doing a couple more of the microprocessors here because I think I need them for my crafting thing. And I just want to get at least one like pattern going before I wrap this episode. All right, but there is that. Now the crafting, was it crafting unit or something that's called? Is it that? Yeah. It needs 2 of those for the quest. There we go. I got my co-processing unit. Take the titanium. The 1K crafting storage. I need a 1K thing. And I should have everything, I think. No. Was it charged? I am just gonna... I also need one more. One more of these. Can't wait to get all this stuff. So it's like auto inputting to my system. And we're almost there, but not quite. Wow, that takes a long time. Throw that in there. Now I need... What was it? Man, how do I do these again? I'm already forgetting. Alright, so I need... Let's pull that out. Need one of those. And then... Isn't it like that? Yeah. One of those in the... Is it Under Eye? Green Sapphire? And I don't remember. Diamond. And then it goes in there, doesn't it? To get the item processor, or whatever it's called. Item. Or is it the... Is it not going to work with molten redstone in there? Oh, I need a logic processor. Alright, so it does work, yeah. I figured it would. I didn't know why it wouldn't work. Alright, this should be good. So let's do this. I'm running a bit long here, but I just kind of want to get this up and running before I finish the episode. So there we go. And need to put that in the assembler. Like that. Only 20 seconds. All right, so this should, I think this is everything. So I got my pattern, I got my pattern terminal. The first thing I'm probably going to want to do is the pattern. And it looks like we can shift click that in there. Although I need to not have it do those. So I don't want any substitutions on that. Certus. I want it to do those. All right, so we will write that to it. All right, so I'm just going to throw this kind of all right here, right in the middle of my base. I have no idea where I'm going to put it yet. But isn't it like, I think I got everything right. Yeah, all right, so that's on. Then I need to hook up the molecular assembler. That does not need to be attached, but the interface does. And I don't know, for now we'll just put it right there. All right, the assembler is attached. I can go ahead and put the pattern in there, and it should pop up with the autocrafting. And there we go. And there is our blank pattern. I don't think I can do that many. Can I do 2? I am missing aluminum. So obviously I have to input everything automatically in there, but just being able to click a button and it tells me like how many I need at once is pretty amazing. Now, I'm not sure how much autocrafting I'm going to be doing while recording because it can get quite repetitive, especially because there is just so much of it in here. But yep, there it is. And it should have just crafted both of them. Yep, so there we go. Finally have autocrafting. So that feels pretty amazing. Next episode, maybe, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I do want to get fluids going sooner than later. But now that I can autocraft a lot of this, or getting into some autocrafting here, it's going to make some of these really involved components, like the motors and all that stuff. It'll make it a bit easier for me, just because I can, if I put all the ingredients that I need for the thing, and then I want to make 4, it'll tell me exactly what I need, and then I can go do that instead of having to figure it out manually. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.